Is it because you don't love yourself that you love someone too much? When you develop an excessive love for someone, such as being unable to be apart from them and constantly wanting to be close to them, it is fundamentally not because you truly love them, but because you don't love yourself. You project all of your needs onto this person. Actually, if your early family environment was not good, it becomes very easy to hold on to someone in a romantic relationship. Even if you know this person is not good, even if you acknowledge that this person is not worth it, you still can't let go. Why? Because you haven't overcome the separation trauma from your early family, and your psychological level remains stuck in that state of high fusion with your mother from early years. As we mentioned before, any child who needed care in their early years but didn't receive it, or needed to be seen but wasn't, will ultimately be unable to form a stable concept of self and others. They will remain in an early attachment relationship characterized by high fusion needs, seeking a deeply bonded relationship with another person. Such individuals, when entering an intimate relationship as adults, will spontaneously bind themselves deeply to their partner, believing that they cannot live without this person. Essentially, they are not seeking an intimate relationship, rather, they are seeking an attachment relationship reminiscent of the early high fusion with their mother. This is why you may find many people choosing a partner based on who treats them well and marrying the one who showers them with early intense pursuit. Regardless of the personality and qualities of the person, essentially, they crave to revert to being a child in intimate relationships, attempting to compensate for their past selves that were unseen and unsatisfied. What they truly like is not the person but the boundaryless fusion displayed by both individuals in the early stages of the relationship. So, why can't you let go of someone? Why do you always experience anxiety and possess strong control desires in relationships? In essence, it is because your high fusion needs from early years were not fulfilled, and you deeply crave a bonded attachment relationship. Otherwise, you will feel uneasy, lost, and anxious. Some individuals always want to save others in relationships, feeling that others cannot live without them, and they must personally handle everything. Fundamentally, this is because they project their own inability to be without others onto the other person. All of this stems from an excessive pursuit of a feeling of fusion and symbiosis. The history of child psychology development has a crucial stage, transitioning from fusion and symbiosis to individual differentiation. Many people stuck in a state of fusion and symbiosis find it extremely difficult to move towards individual independence. Throughout their lives, they control one thing after another in the name of love. For example, some people, after excessively pursuing fusion, may lean towards two extremes. One is that regardless of who they are with, they always want to deeply bind themselves to that person. I'm happy when you're happy. Excessive pursuit of fusion and symbiosis ultimately leads to the other person being unable to handle the overwhelming love, feeling pressure and suffocation, and the relationship ultimately falls apart. The other extreme is when they bring this need into parent-child relationships, urgently wanting to seize their child's future to re-establish the high-fusion attachment relationship that was not satisfied in their early years. This is why you find that many parents, even though they love their children very much and sacrifice everything for them, end up raising children with various psychological issues. Essentially, it's because they are not really loving, but satisfying their unmet needs from their early years, thinking that the child needs this kind of love. However, in reality, they may never have truly seen the child's innermost needs. They simply raise the child according to their expectations, projecting their own needs onto the child. So I always say, when you have traumatic needs within yourself, never think about seeking compensation from another person, whether it's your partner or your child, because trauma represents that you haven't seen your wounded self from the past. If you can't even see yourself, how can you see others' needs? Again, the key is to learn to love yourself first, to see yourself, so that you can truly see another person's needs and genuinely love others. Many times what you think is love is actually a projection of your imagination, a pathological desire for control, not genuine love.